Welcome. This is the Do It All newsletter at Let's Go Do It All community update for the newsletter in the week of November 2nd, 2025. Thanks for joining today. We're going to go over last week's content, media, and posts, and give you a rundown on all of the content we published to recap for last week. Let's get into it. So starting off, the month of November is a Men's Health Month, and we participate in the Movember campaign. During the month of November, we donate 100% of our YouTube channel proceeds to our team, our Movember team, and that's our way of paying it forward and giving back to the world and the community and to keeping people healthy, to making sure that dads, live long lives and get the care and support. And also, the foundation supports research into things like prostate cancer and other men's health issues. They have a great rating, 99% on Charity Watch. And so that's why we give all of our proceeds to this foundation during the month. Please jump over to youtube.com/@letsgodoitall/join and become a member at any of our club tiers. They start at $2 a month and go up. Those help us in the long run with creating great content that helps you and people all around the world with their personal development, their health, and their mindset and confidence. And in the short term, it helps great causes like the Movember cause. And we're doing this just like in the previous month of October, we gave 100% of our proceeds to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So thanks for checking out our Movember campaign. Moving down, I'd encourage you to join our community. We have several communities across social platforms. We use Discord, which is a live chat server. You can join in there and ask a question anytime or be part of that community. At LinkedIn, where we're streaming this content today, we have a great community, and we also provide professional resources, such as our Let's Go Do It All Success Mastery newsletter. We also stream this on Twitch, which is a streaming platform, and we also stream some gaming content I do with my family there just for fun. We have community on Twitter, or X as it's now called, Instagram, and TikTok. And of course, YouTube, which is our media hub. And you can use this QR code here on your mobile to jump into our mobile community. It's a great feature on YouTube Mobile that lets you join in that community and create polls, create posts, really get more involved than just commenting. And as a member, you have great perks, but just as a subscriber using this community link here, you can do some really great things on YouTube. And that's our main hub, so check it out. So moving into last week's content, we'll go from the most recent down. On Saturday, November 8th, I shared a short, this is from playing with my daughter here on a Roblox game. That's something she really enjoys. And I decided to stream these games with her and her friends to create a positive and supervised environment for these kids to play and do something they really enjoy. So that's a great way that I create a bond in a way that my kid likes. And I'd encourage you to maybe do something like that, whether it's on their console or on their phones, and you can play collaboratively. It's just a fun way. So I do this, I stream these gaming this gaming content to YouTube and to Twitch. And I do that to create bonding and, you know, a positive supervised environment. So it's just another fun thing. Another thing that I do a lot is I create adventures. And so in our previous newsletter, you saw the pumpkin patch and the corn maze. Below you'll see a fun hike that I've done. And I'd encourage you to subscribe to follow us or subscribe on any of these social platforms, especially on YouTube. I have another really fun adventure coming out, and so you won't want to miss that. There's an adventures playlist, and you can also check out all the playlists that I create with positive content. So moving on Friday, November 7th, I put out this thank you message. I was looking through all the posts on these social platforms and feeling really special about the community and how much you support this project. So I created this thank you photo. I made a video with some voiceover, posted that around just to say thank you and show some real gratitude to everyone that's backed this project, to our new members, thank you so much, and to the subscribers who really help get this positive content out, which is really helping people around the world. I talk to everyday people, I talk to researchers, to authors, and the content is backed by research. So you're really doing a great effort to help me put out content that helps people all around. And when you give your feedback, when you leave comments about your stories and how the content helps you, other people learn from that. They learn from your perspective. So I'm creating a small spark, but all of you are really blowing that into the wind and helping create a great amount of insight for each other. So thank you so much. Once again, the channel members are helping with Movember and, you know, the previous campaign for breast cancer awareness. And this is just a really, you know, this is me saying thank you to all of you in just a small way. So thank you so much. In all of these newsletter posts, and if you're not on the email list, go to letsgodoit.kit.com/subscribe, punch in your email address. I never spam, I never sell your information. I just send weekly updates with this content so you can catch up in case you missed anything on any platform. And each of these posts are posts across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Discord, LinkedIn, and Ko-Fi. And for the streams, often Twitch as well. And you can go to any of these links to open up that particular post, make a comment on your favorite social platform, and really join in that conversation. So moving on to Thursday, November 6th, I put out a short video called How Trust Makes Teams Win Every Time. This is on building trust. And let me read about that. Want others to trust you? Trust begins with simple consistency. In each of these posts, I found that our audience really enjoys having quick tips, and then some of them like to dig in. So you'll see that I provide quick tips, some depth, and further depth in statistics, which are linked. So the quick tips for this Building Trust short are: make one small promise daily. That could be a promise to yourself, promise to someone else. Name what you do not know out loud. And publicly thank one contributor. Promises mean nothing when they are rarely kept. That makes relationships brittle. Science finds high-trust workplaces have far less stress and have much higher energy and productivity. So when you have high trust, you have less stress and everyone can work better and produce more. I think we've all seen that, but science really shows it, and you can dig into that research in this first link here. High trust groups are not luck. They're habits turned into culture. So if you practice these good tactics, and you do that for about 62 to 66 days, research shows that that will turn into a habit. Okay, so if you do something consistently for about 2 months, you can turn it into a habit. And then your leadership can turn that into a culture, whether that's in your home or at your work, maybe at your church or community. So think about that. Next statistic is globally, 79% of employees say they trust their employer. That matters for loyalty and performance. So check out that stat there. And try this once a week. Keep one tiny promise. Deep down, you'll appreciate it, right? Name one gap you have. So that acknowledgement leads to change. And thank someone for stepping up. Gratitude has an impact. Notice how people respond to these small challenges, right? And I think when you notice that, that'll encourage you to keep going. So think about which small promise you'll start with. If you want to dig deeper into these subjects, a great book is Dare to Lead by Brené Brown, and you can find an easy link to find that book here, and the book Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini. That's one of my favorites as well. So here are the social links on all the social platforms if you want to dig into this post, and let's move on. So Wednesday, November 5th, I put out a poll called Who Taught You Most? Let's see if I can get this to load. Let me refresh this page here because it looks like the animation was blocked. There we go. Okay, so here's the poll from Wednesday. Who taught you most? And this is about honoring everyone, right? Did you learn the most from an elder, such as a parent, grandparent, a peer, like a friend or a colleague, maybe a mentor? That could be a grandparent, a supervisor, or someone at in your spiritual faith. Or was it just a stranger you met on the street, someone at the bus stop that gave you a great tip? So the point of this poll is honoring everyone. Who taught you something life-changing regardless of their age? Multi-generational workforces make cross-age respect and reverse mentorship a hot topic. Honoring others' experiences increases collaboration and perspective. Here's some quick tips. Ask one open question to someone older this week. Also, invite a younger colleague to teach you one thing. Publicly acknowledge one helpful contribution, right? Just acknowledge one thing. And record one short lesson learned from someone else. So journal that down, and that will help kind of set it into memory. It'll also help you think about it deeper. On this topic, here's a great quote. It's a Greek proverb. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. So think about that. If you do something now and you know it's going to help future generations, that's truly beneficial. It's not about what you gain from it right now. It's about what you can pass forward and how to make people's lives better, whether it's your children, maybe people in your community, or just around the world, right? And that's a big part of why I'm doing this Do It All project and why it's so important. And I'm so grateful for all of everyone's support here in the membership program. And that helps us continue to create this work that's recorded and helps people grow for generations to come. So a little depth on this quote: value contributions across generations. Action taken now benefits people not yet present. Respect includes teaching and learning in both directions. So here's something I like to say about that is your ability to learn from, it doesn't matter if it comes from someone older or younger, it's more about how open you are to learning, right? Everyone has unique experiences, and if you're open-minded and you can listen, you can really learn from someone, and it doesn't really matter what their age is, right? They might teach you, you might teach them, and that's the real beauty in sharing and being open with people. Intergenerational respect strengthens collaboration and retention. Reverse mentorship unlocks fresh perspectives from younger colleagues. So that's when you are open to learning from someone, maybe a junior person at your work. That can really teach a lot, and I've seen that in my own experience. Honoring experience preserves institutional memory and human connection. And short stories about who taught you spark meaningful engagement. So you can use these lessons to teach others, and that's a great way of being a leader, is passing on that knowledge to help others. So what impact have you seen from intergenerational respect and lifelong learning? Please share those in the comments, share your story, and let's see how we grow and learn from each other. So on this poll and this topic of honoring all, here are some stats. Practical guides and employer resources emphasizing building bridges across 5 generations at work. So you can find more information about that stat at this link. And the next one, educational and workforce groups report intergenerational mentoring as a retention and engagement lever. So when you are not afraid to learn and share from your colleagues, whether younger, older, less, or more experienced than you, that is a lever that ratchets everyone up. And that's a great way to create a multiplier effect, whether at work or at home, right? It doesn't matter if it's your child. Your child might come home from school and teach you something that they learned that might have never dawned on you, and that's a beautiful thing. So who taught you the most? An elder, a peer, a mentor, or a total stranger? Share your story. Moving on to Tuesday, November 4th. This is one of those adventures that I mentioned. This is a video called Morning Hike Surprises at Every Turn, Arroyo Verde Park. Arroyo Verde Park is a park here in Ventura. And while my wife and daughter were setting up for their volleyball game, I took my son on a 2-mile hike around the entire park. That was a little over 2 miles. It took us about 25 minutes, and you can watch this fun video. See him playing and running through the trail, some really beautiful sights, some cute dogs that walk by, and just really enjoy that. And I would encourage you to do the same. Go out, take someone with you, take your pet, take your friend, your family, go on one of these hikes and see how that just lifts the stress out of your life, and you really, you exercise your eyes by looking out far. You see some beautiful flowers and really appreciate that. If you don't have 25 minutes, I created a 2-minute short out of this in kind of a fast speed format, and you can find that linked as well in the newsletter. And feel free to check out both of those videos and share your thoughts on those. Here is a little depth on this subject. So in the gaming, in the adventures, in all the fun different types of videos I make, and not just the ones on human development, but I tie in how all these things help you in general, right? So morning air, refreshing hike, everything changes. Pick a small goal, 2 minutes at first. Bring someone, kids or pet. They increase the stickiness or your ability to want to do it and the benefits that you get. And notice one thing each walk, right? Share that with someone and then repeat this process. We left the driveway with sneakers and returned calm and feeling great. Arroyo Verde's 2.3-mile loop gave us wild daisies, views, and a friendly dog that brightened the climb. Science says 2 hours in nature a week links to better health. Check out the research for that here. This isn't about a marathon or hardcore fitness. It's about tiny regular actions that add up. Here's a neat finding. Dog owners walk more and hit activity goals more often, so companionship matters. And you can find the research for that here at this link. And I added a quick note, what about people that walk their cat on a leash? So I think it's probably the same. And also the same when you take your kid, your friend, your spouse on a walk or a bike ride, right? That companionship really matters. So try it tomorrow. Step outside for 2 minutes, notice nature, say hi to a neighbor, be friendly, and let the rest unfold. If 2 minutes felt great, then make a 3-minute loop the next day and keep repeating that, and you'll really feel great. I guarantee it. This was filmed in Ventura here. I gave you some links to the park and the hiking trail in the newsletter. I gave you a link to the adventures playlist. And please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of these fun videos. And leave your comments. Tell us where you love to hike, and maybe I'll go check it out and make a video of that to share with everyone. Moving on to Monday, November 3rd, I did a live stream to announce our membership donation to the Movember Men's Health Program. So you can watch this full live stream. It's about 14 minutes. I also clipped a 40-second short out of this with some highlights in it. And here's some depth on that. So about 14 years ago, because I've been doing Movember for 14 years, my dad called me one day and said, I've got prostate cancer. And that really shook me. I couldn't believe it. And I want you to think about this. What if you discovered that you might live 4 years fewer than you think? So a stat says that men now live 4 to 6 years less than women, right? And you can check out the info from that research study here. Here are some quick tips. Start a men's health conversation today, whether it's with your son, your friend, your dad, your grandpa, and check your health numbers. PSA is a protein value that can indicate if you have prostate cancer or if it's rising, or if you have a risk of that, or just check your blood pressure, right? Be mindful of your health and invite someone else to join you in that action. So here's a question for you. What if you knew your own time was shorter? What would you change? Or what if you knew the someone in your life's time was shorter, right? How could you help them? Another jaw-dropping statistic, in younger men between 25 and 34, death by accidents or suicide occurred at more than 4 times that of women the same age. And you can check out the stats for that research. So this is when I realized that I could either stay quiet or I could act, right? And that's what this is all about, is taking action. Don't be afraid of your own health or helping others. Do whatever you can. It's not hard, it just takes a step. This month, my channel pledges 100% of our membership proceeds to the Movember Foundation through our team page. If you would like, you can join as a member. You can make a donation straight to our team. And also, if you join the team, you don't have to grow a mustache like this, even though it is a funny way to start a conversation. Men and women, you can just join. You can do exercise to show people that you care about health, make a donation, or just be active. Just join the team to encourage a great cause, right? So here's a lesson I want you to hold. Every membership, every share, and every voice counts. We can't soften the statistics by staying quiet. Join us, talk, act, and redirect your energy into prevention and purpose. Together, we rewrite the story for those lost years. Check out this post at all of our links. And finally, getting on to the final subject of the newsletter for Monday, November 3rd, I always give the recap video at the bottom of the newsletter, just like this recap that you're watching today. You can watch the previous week's recap for October 26th at this link. If you're really enjoying this today and you want to see what we talked about last week, you can go there. All of these live streams are in horizontal, vertical for your phone, and also members-only content on our YouTube channel where we provide greater depth. And in those memberships, there are various levels of perks for however you want to contribute. So check that out. Finally, moving on, I'd like to show you a few products. So this is a shirt that we designed. It says, "Who tied your wings and told you not to fly?" So the title up here is, "It's time you fly," right? We have a secure quality merch store, and you can find that at shop.letsgodoitall.com. Check out that merch shop. That helps support the channel and this project. We've got shirts, sweaters, mugs, accessories, tech gear, all sorts of great stuff. And maybe even just shoot me a message and say, I'd really like to see this, or I really love this product. Here's a trucker hat, another fun product that we have. There's all sorts of branded gear and things you can get to show people that you support the project and really help us create more. So you've got this. Let me check our live stream chats, see if anyone is in here asking questions. While I check that, thank you so much again for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Stephen, for being here. Thank you, everyone else in the live streams and everyone who's coming in later to watch this. Leave a comment in the chat, leave a comment in the comments section, and I'll be sure to get back to all of you. So thank you very much for joining our newsletter recap for the week of November 2nd.